Hey there, in this masterclass, I'm going to walk you through how to create a complete lead generation funnel step by step inside of CoachMatic. Now, this session was originally recorded and delivered exclusively for our CoachMatic members, but I wanted to share this with you because I know just how many coaches out there are really struggling with setting up a funnel that actually works and actually attracts your ideal clients to you. So if you've ever felt that you are stuck trying to connect all the tech together, write your emails, or just figure out what to offer as a lead magnet, this masterclass is going to give you the complete clarity that you need and the system that it can launch really fast. So grab a notebook, stay to the end, and let's get your lead funnel built together. Right. Can everybody see my screen? Hopefully you can see kind of like the headline of the training. Someone give me a little thumbs up. Yes, Tony. Yep. Thanks, Ali. Thanks, Shannon. All right, cool. Thank you, everyone, for that. So let's just dive into it. So if anyone else joins, I'll try and keep an eye on adding the other members when they come in as and when. So as you can see, kind of like the headline of today's topic. And the reason I chose this headline, because in my opinion, a lack of lead generation is the biggest killer of any type of business. Okay, not just online coaching businesses, but any business out there. And again, without any leads, you can have no one to sell to. And I know there's a lot of people out there in the world, coaches wise, kind of, they teach you how to generate leads on social media, which is just pure hustle, in my opinion. There are people out there who have got good success out of it, have implemented teams and systems and all that stuff out of it as well, which they kind of work for them. But I think there's an easier way. And I'll show you today on how I've done it and how I've been able to grow my businesses without hustling on social media at all. So let's just kind of dive into it. So obviously, if you haven't already got a pen and paper, feel free to get one. I am recording this, so if you want to watch back and take some, and just watch it now and watch back and take notes later, that's totally fine as well. And everything I'm kind of showing you today as well, by the way, because you're already a CoachMatic member, like you've got access to a lot of the resources that I'm showing you, because everything that I do, I make available for you as well. So there's nothing hidden here. There's nothing special that I'm really doing that you don't have access to. So just a quick rundown of what we're going over. This won't be like a really long presentation or anything like that. So it should be done with maybe within half an hour, maybe 45 minutes tops, including a bit of Q&A. So again, we're not going to be using too much time today. But yeah, so a quick introduction about what we're doing, obviously what we're going through now. And we're going to talk about the big problem, talk about lead generations, building your lead systems, the behind the scenes into my funnels, the different type of funnels that I run and what I've tested and what's worked for me and why they've worked, and a little bit about follow-up email sequences and things like that as well, and then a little Q&A as well, okay? So obviously, who's this for? It's ultimately, this training is specifically for coaches today who are looking to sell more of a high-ticket coaching program, group coaching, or like online trainings and courses, of course. And anyone that is pretty much sick and tired of like spinning your wheels and not really getting anywhere quick. And I know there's a lot of people I spoke to who have joined CoachMatic who are in that, that niche of coaches who have been trying to get launched for years and just spinning their wheels and getting nowhere fast. So I'm hoping what you learned today will help solve that problem at least. So if you do structure this right, you will find you'll be working less. That's a big thing, okay? You'll be attracting better clients. You'll be obviously enjoying your life more because you'll have doing more of the things that you want to do. Less hustle. That's what I'm a big fan of. More freedom day to day and achieving goals faster and easier as well, okay? Easier because we're using systems to automate things. So just give me a quick yes in the chat if you have ever felt frustrated on relying on social media. So if you are one of those people that has done, literally posting content daily, adding friends daily, hustling daily on whatever social media platform it is, just give me a quick yes in the comment because I'm interested to see who that is on here. So, yep, from a lot of people, Ali, Ian, Montaya, Tony, yep, Dr. Dina, cool. So we've got some of the right people on here at least, because if that's you, then definitely in the right place. So moving on. So number one reason coaches' businesses fail is obviously because of a lack of lead generation. And we want to try and break you out of what I call like the hustle trap, which is constantly hustling every single day. Okay. And if you stop hustling, your business suddenly stops generating leads. That's what I hate about the hustle mentality, okay, of it. So stop chasing leads, let them come to you instead. So obviously you'll attract better quality leads through that method as well. Social media is exhausting and very unpredictable if you're not using it right. And that's the other thing about it. Organic reach is declining every year, every day, even I would even go as far to say on that. And as many of you already know, like business pages and things like that on let's say Facebook, even Instagram, it's all now the organic reach is just non-existent anymore. So many people now are like not even doing business pages anymore, but now just doing actual yeah, personal pages as I know we've had that discussion with some of you guys. So we've got some more people coming in there. Hi everyone. So it's good to see the new people here coming in as well. We're just going to keep going though, of course. So Deborah's asked, what are organic reach? Not too sure what you mean by that, Deborah. If you have got any questions, and if they can't wait until the end, just we will get to a Q&A session at the end. Okay, so it's always good that. But so organic, unless you're asking like what is organic reach, and if that is your question, what I mean by that is, for instance, you put a post on social media on your business page, and it literally reaches 5 people, like rather than the 1,000 people that you have following you, type of thing. So that's what I mean by organic reach, because social media now is heavily what we call like a pay-to-play platform. So if you're not paying Facebook to put your content in front of people, they're like, well, I'm not giving you the reach, I'm not giving you the eyeballs, type of thing. So more leads without constant posting. Obviously, that's what we also want as well. And if any of you, some of you have known me for quite a long time now. Okay, if any of you look at my organic social media, I mean, like on anything, it could be LinkedIn, could be Facebook, could be Instagram. You'll think like it's so bad, it's unbelievable. But yet, again, I've still been able to grow, yeah, multiple six-figure businesses type of thing. And obviously, CoachMatic is growing all the time without that at all. Okay, so this is the main thing that I want for each and every one of you at the bottom. Build a system that works for you 24/7. Okay, whether or not you work or not, every day there's systems are working for you in the back end. And that's why we created CoachMatic. That's why I do everything I do with everything we do for you to help you with this. Okay. So as you can see, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing today, it's some of it is like to help you open your eyes a bit as well, and to kind of get you understanding that there's different ways to do this. So if some of this isn't like all content and how-to stuff, it's a little bit more, I want to show you what's possible. Okay. So how many hours per week do you spend on social media trying to get leads? So let me know how many hours. Okay. I'm going to tell you how many hours I put on. Crystal says not enough. It's the wrong attitude, Crystal. Okay, I spend that many hours every week on social media. 0. Okay, that's it, trying to get leads. Okay, honestly, none. Rich, none. Tony, 10. Deborah, 15. Interesting. Anyone else got anything on there? Be honest. Come on, 2 hours, 1 hour. All right, cool. So some type of time anyways, which is totally fine. Very little. Brill. So I guess from your point of view, if you have no leads coming in, then you have to do something. But I want to try and show you a better way today. Okay. So avoiding that feast and famine cycle. So I don't know if some of you guys out there might have these feast and famine cycle where you have a surge of leads, then you have no leads, and you have a surge of leads, then you have no leads, or like a surge of clients and no clients, surge of clients, no clients. Whereas I'm much more about steady, progressive kind of customers coming in. And no doubt that some of you on here is just wants clients, full stop. That's it. It's like, yeah, okay, I don't have that feast or the famine, I just have pure famine. Okay, so that's what we're also going to have a look into today. So again, similar things as before, attract better clients, avoid in achieving your goals, and goals faster and easier there. So as you might be aware, getting the clarity you need to improve and grow your coaching business is a major problem for all coaches around the world. Okay, there's very few people out there who have systems, and the coaching space is flooded right now. And I think you all know that because the amount of courses and coaches and shiny objects out there in the world that are saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. I have the next secret solution that's going to make you a millionaire and you can sip pina coladas on the beach forever. That type of mentality is just, I just laugh at it now. Again, so it's not right. But the fact is there are kind of 3 main reasons in my eyes why online coaches struggle to achieve to get their business off the ground. The first one is obscurity. Okay. Obscurity pretty much just means, look, nobody even knows you exist. That's it. Yeah, somebody's looking for looking for what you have to offer, but they don't even know you're there. They don't even know you're alive. So that's the first thing. Okay, so if nobody knows you're there, nobody can buy your product, no matter how good it is. Okay. Second thing is no traffic. So again, if you have no traffic coming into your website, into your funnels, seeing your offers, leads, pretty much lead generation here, then again, you've got no one to sell to. And the third one is no real systems. I should have like highlighted and put the word real in like super bold, super capitals, everything there. Because by real systems, I mean a system that works for you 24/7, 365 days a year, even Christmas Day. Okay. Even all those special holidays when you don't want to work, it's still working for you in the back end. So again, that's pretty much what you need. And again, by the end of today's training, I'm hoping to not just show you how, but inspire you to actually do this stuff. Okay. So do any of these sound familiar? In my experience, obviously, I've worked with thousands of coaches pretty much now, okay, through myself or through partnerships with other people. These struggles are well and truly in place. So this kind of next slide here, where is it? This one here. I love this saying, and this is something that I think is a real eye opener for a lot of people, because there's so many people out there when they're starting a business, they focus 100% on they're focused on getting clients. It's like just I need clients, I need clients, I need clients. But what they should be focusing on instead is actually I need leads. I need an audience. I need somebody to sell my stuff to. So this little statement here, even if you just put this, take a note of this, put it beside your computer, and every day you can see it, you can ask yourself, am I generating leads? Do I have a system to generate leads? How many leads did come in yesterday? You know, how many leads can I expect that are coming into my business over the next week? So like based on having a system in place, I now know, okay, over this next week, I will see probably about 200 new leads coming into the business. Okay, because every week, based on the systems, based on the processes, based on other factors, I can see it. I expect 200 leads. Out of those 200 leads, I will convert X into a customer. I know that. It's like math, which is what I'm big on. So, but we will get you there. Okay, it's part of being what you get in CoachMatic. So is that ultimately means that until you figure out how to attract leads every single day, you will always struggle to grow your coaching business, unfortunately. Okay, there's no getting around it. And the worst of all, most coaches can't get past the idea that to generate leads, you need to be hustling on social media all day. But it's completely wrong. And here's evidence. Okay. So these are my Instagram and Facebook account. So I have, on Facebook, I have 254 followers. On Instagram, 118. I've got 20 posts on Instagram. I think 5 of them have went out over the past week. And that's it. So, but yeah, every day, obviously, at CoachMatic now, obviously, as you know, we've got about 150, 160 members on here, which is more than my following almost put together, probably, if we combine actual duplicate people on there. So, yeah, you don't need to be hustling on social media doing that. For me, social media and the likes of social media, anyways, is more of a case of when you do attract somebody into your world, it's just more proof that like it's more social proof than anything else that you're real, you're a legitimate business and stuff. So yes, maybe if I did get better with social media and I did focus on it more, maybe I would have converted more, maybe, but it still hasn't stopped me. And if I had spent most of my attention and focus on creating the best content in the world, like I have done in the past with other businesses and got nowhere, it wouldn't have happened. But instead, I've built my business on implementing real systems that drive traffic and convert traffic ultimately. And I will show you that in a little bit, okay? So, as I said, the real issue, no system to generate new leads. And without that, you're going to be stuck in an inconsistent cycle, such as the invisible expert syndrome, which is where great coaching skills alone won't get you new clients. As I've said, you could be the best coach in the world, but unless anybody knows about you, it's just not good enough. I don't know who, there was a saying once, and I think it was like, you'd have the best product in the world, but if it's not on like the supermarket shelf for somebody to buy, nobody knows it exists. So it could cure cancer, but if nobody knows about it, nobody's going to buy it at the end of the day. So that's why we need the visibility. So let me kind of ask you, does anybody know this number? So how many leads do you need to generate every month to hit your income goal? Okay, does anybody know this? If not, just say, I don't know. It's perfectly fine to not know. Okay, totally fine. Okay, Alison, don't know. That's totally fine. No idea. Tony has a rough idea. That's cool. Not too sure. Cool. Right, so no idea. Maybe it's 10. Shannon thinks Jeff 200. Jeff, I like your number. It's probably a bit more realistic, maybe. 50 would be nice. 300. Cool. So you've always got to think about 1,930 a month. If you could achieve 1,930 per month, that would be awesome. I'd love that. You would definitely, and if that is your number, I love that as well. Okay, but I know that a lot of people out there don't have that number in place. Which 300 to 500 leads, that's probably about quite accurate, I would imagine. So lead magnets are a part of everyone's tool. And I know there's a lot of these other gurus out there that say lead magnets are dead, all that stuff, okay? But ultimately, they're just trying to sell you their stuff. They're trying to say, look, lead magnets are dead. Buy this new shiny cool system and object that I have because it's going to make you a millionaire. Okay, it's just garbage. Okay, the issue with lead magnets is people generally don't create the right lead magnet that's going to attract the right type of client to make it easy to convert that client into a customer. And I am going to be creating another training over the next couple of weeks on lead magnets specifically. And that's probably going to be a bit of a shorter one, but it's still going to be like powerful, what type you should create, how to create them, what they look like and all that stuff. So super easy. So, so if you have a lead magnet out there and it's working for you, it's attracting your ideal clients 24/7, then that's obviously great because you will be waking up every single day with new leads coming into inbox without spending hours online. Lead magnets, I think when we use the word lead magnet, people probably think of like a PDF, don't they? Like an ebook or a guide or something, but it can be anything. And I'll show you a couple of mine later on. So ebooks, quizzes, checklists, free trainings are great lead magnets. If you want something really quick and easy to just get off the ground, most of you, I think, are using ChatGPT by now. So you can just get ChatGPT to create a really quick guide on something that will attract your ideal clients. Put a nice cover on it, nice cover image on it, and that can be a lead magnet that you can put out there to the world. Again, I will go into more detail on lead magnets in another training, but the idea behind them is you have to create a lead magnet that would be a really easy step to sell them on the next thing. So like an example I use, and I've done this mistake in the past. So imagine I'm trying to obviously sell a CoachMatic to someone, okay? I want to attract coaches. So let's say I create a lead magnet, which is, hey, get my social media posting templates. So I've got like 20 social media Canva templates that you can swipe today. I'm going to attract coaches who are like, yeah, that's cool. I want those templates. Yes, that works for me. But then I'm trying to sell them on CoachMatic. That becomes a lot harder of a sell now because they've came in for these social media templates and now I'm suddenly selling them on this business software. It's like, well, hang on a minute. That's kind of it doesn't align. So instead, your lead magnet needs to be an easy next step into becoming a client of yours. And that's where the big disconnect comes with lead magnets. Okay. So think to yourself, okay, your lead magnet, the closer it can resonate with your signature offer, the better it will be, the better it will perform. Right, so moving on from there. Still got some more and more people coming in, joining us here. So if you are a late comer and you've missed some of the earlier stuff, don't worry. We are recording this so you can catch the replay. I'll put it up in the CoachMatic community. So who here has a lead magnet already? Okay, could be a quiz, ebook, checklist, free training. Let me know. If not, again, no worries. I do. Lots of F20. Okay. Crystal has all the lead magnet, all of the above. Perfect. All right, good. George has an ebook. Cool. So just for those of you who have answered, let me ask you as well. So how do you feel like it really closely resonates with your program? Does it really tick that box as in it's a really easy logical next step for somebody to download my lead magnet and then join my program afterwards? Let me know. Tony has yes, one of them. Rich, yep, does. Cool. Porsche has a mini course. Some do. Cool. So that's the thing. Like I've created lots of lead magnets. Some of them have absolutely just died and not worked at all, which is why I'm also a strong believer on when you do create a lead magnet, don't waste too much time on it. Just get something done, get it out there. And if it's great and it's really, really working well, invest more time into making it better. But if it's just not working at all, hey, just put it in the bin. Get something better. Get something else. Or like bundle it. You can bundle lead magnets to get it into like a product then, which is also good. So Ali's, I'm working on one now that I think would be better. Great. Good job. And Shannon does not have one just yet. Cool. So let's move on from that. So a simple funnel that turns cold leads into clients. So because you're all members of CoachMatic, of course, you all have access to our funnels, okay? And if you want help on building them out, if you want help on, tweaking them, optimizing them, we've got the help. Whether or not it's a Tech Tuesday call, whether or not it's hiring our team to do it for you, we have the options for you there. But here's a simple step that I like to follow. So it goes from lead page, landing page, which is where they got opted for lead magnet, and then it goes to an offer page straight after it. Okay, a lot of lead magnet funnels out there, they go from a landing page to a thank you page, and that's it. Landing page, thank you page, that's it. There's no offer. So we have to capitalize on every lead that's coming in as soon as they come in, because technically they're like a hot lead at this stage. Yes, we haven't built much knowledge and trust for them, probably, but now it gives us an opportunity to present an offer. Could be, hey, learn more about my 90-day program, buy this low ticket product, jump on a call with me and I'll give you a free coaching session, anything. But it's about trying to move that lead from completely cold and no idea who you are to slightly one more step closer to becoming a client. Just one more step, one more step. And whilst we've got their attention, which is again the hardest thing to get in today's world, we want to try and move them on. But after the offer, if they like close the page down, they're like, yeah, I'll check that out later. That's when your email nurture sequence comes back in, and that's putting you front of mind again in your emails and presenting the offer again. Okay, check this out, check this out. And if eventually they don't take any action, you can then obviously either present a different offer to them, or maybe it's a different angle of the same offer, maybe. So automation and scaling. So obviously it's obvious automation. The idea of automation is to save you time and increase consistency. That's kind of like such a key thing. Inconsistency in business is obviously like a killer. So we need to have a nice consistent stream of new leads and a consistent stream of new clients, nice consistent stream of revenue and money coming in as a business, because each and every one of you are a coach. But unfortunately, as a coach, you are probably just as much of a business owner, if not more of a business owner, when you are self-employed. So we need to act and think like a business owner. So the simple way is to automate and scale. So automated traffic is like, you should be your first, like, how do I get automated traffic? Pretty much, okay? I know it says 3, but I've got 4 on there, so never mind. So for me, it's always ads. That's my kind of thing. And you might be thinking, look, I haven't got the money to invest into ads just yet. That's fine. I'll show you some things later on that might help you with that. But also think more about evergreen content. So rather than like I don't know, like a reel or a post that goes up and suddenly it is like nobody sees it once it's up, and once it's 24 hours, it's kind of not searchable anymore. Like if you do YouTube videos, podcasts, joint ventures, just something out there that's a bit more out there, longer term. And then make sure you have your call to actions in there. Like, hey, download my free. So evergreen, Shannon, it means it's just, if you think about like an evergreen tree, it's always green, it's always on, it's always there, it's always searchable. Okay, it's not like there 1 minute and then suddenly the algorithms have killed it and nobody sees it anymore. Okay, so it's just always on, like an evergreen webinar, which is a webinar that's always available to watch. It's not just like a live webinar like today's, which is only available now. Evergreen is always available. So ads, self-explanatory. So again, the whole point of an ad is you're paying the likes of Facebook, Google, YouTube to put your offer in front of your audience. Okay, so that is an automated traffic because Facebook have already gathered your audience for you. Then they're just saying, okay, now put my offer in front of those people. So gives you traffic every single day. So obviously another automated way, email follow-ups, which because of CoachMatic, you've all got access to our lead nurture sequences. So every single one of your accounts has our fully templated lead magnet nurture email sequences into it with all the copy already pretty much done, just needs filled out. Okay. And you even have training inside the CoachMatic on how to set it up. So if you haven't yet set it up, make sure, and you want to get it set up, go and check that out. Okay. Retargeting ads is a bit of a gray area sometimes, more advanced, of course. But the idea of a retargeting ad is somebody's came into your world, they haven't converted, we're going to retarget them with an ad which is going to try and bring them back in our world again. Okay, chances are you've seen them many times on Facebook, where you've clicked on an ad but you haven't seen it, and then suddenly the ad pops up, a different ad saying, "Hey, notice you saw our offer. Why didn't you buy?" Type of thing. It's trying to get you to come back and buy it again. So finally, an automated booking system. So if you can get clients to book with you on autopilot rather than chasing them and in the DMs saying, "Hey, do you fancy jumping on a call?" Rather than all that, it's a system that's automatically nurturing them as lead and trying to get them on a call for you. Right. So, why it matters, saves you time, brings in consistent leads, and increases conversions. So again, for me, it's the whole saves you time and consistency. That's kind of like key. And obviously increasing conversions is good as well. So which type of these do you already have in place? So I know some of you already have a lead magnet, but do you have a funnel? Have you got all this automated, or have you just got none of them? If you've got a lead magnet, that's cool, skip that, or just put number 1 and number 2 if you have a lead magnet funnel. If not, that's fine as well. So let me know. We've got a lot of people on today's training. So I'm going to see who else we've got on here. Yep, so Ali's got number 1. Shannon hasn't got any of the above. That's totally fine. Stephen, none. Stephen, I think you might be wrong there. Based on what I know that we've done for you, you're pretty much have at least number 1 and number 2, I think. So anyways, we need to have a chat about that. So Rich has all of them, just need to tweak them. Yep, that's right. Dina, yeah, we are close, buddy. We are close. So Dina has number 1, number 2, lead magnet and funnel. Yep, but you've got your automation just to get started there as well. Ian has a lead magnet. So for everyone that just had number 1, the lead magnet, again, inside of CoachMatic, you have access. In fact, I'll show you this in a little bit when we dive in behind the scenes. You've got access to our lead funnels inside of CoachMatic. So if you have a lead magnet, get that funnel up and running, and then like start putting it out there to the world. Start like sending traffic into it. Okay. So, and again, I mentioned at the end of the month, it might be the 25th of the month, 26th maybe. I am looking to also do another training that is more specifically around the ads. So if any of you are interested in launching like a lead magnet ad, a lead generation funnel, but the ad side of it, I'm probably going to be doing a training later on in the month on that subject as well. Okay. All right, cool. So let's move on from that. So choosing the right lead magnet, which I've already touched on, something that is a high converting lead magnet, it does help if it solves a specific problem. And many of you who we've worked with closely, who I know personally, the most important thing of any lead magnet ultimately is the headline of it. It's like the headline is the hook, and that hook is the thing that pulls people in for you. Yes, if it can solve a specific problem that your ideal clients want, that's amazing. But in reality, with most things, and everyone's guilty of this, we've all downloaded lead magnets, we've all bought courses that we haven't ever looked at or ever consumed, even logged into or even downloaded. All right. No matter how big of a problem that thing solves, which is why it's so important that that next step presents an offer immediately to take a next step. Okay. What's the next step? And for me, for those of you who are working more closely with me, especially through our Coaches Business in the Box program, like that next step is always talking about the big thing they want to achieve, that big goal, and how working with you can help them get that big goal, which again is more of a simple approach. So we're not looking to sell a low ticket product. We're not trying to sell them like a poxy $47 thing. Okay. We're trying to really make some real money as a business owner and really help this person transform their life as well through coaching. Okay. Which is what we're all about. So examples of high converting lead magnets. So again, simple PDF guides, 5 steps to your first 5K. Coaching clients, quiz, what type of leader are you? Again, quiz funnels, free training, how to get clients without social media. 10 must-do steps before sending a high-ticket client. Like depending upon who your avatar is, obviously, like I said, your headline should be attract that type of person. Okay. For a quick and easy lead magnet creation, definitely recommend something like a checklist or a PDF guide. They're really quick and easy, especially with the help and support of AI these days. So let's have a look at a simple funnel. So this is like a little software tool that I use to kind of map out funnels. So ultimately, a funnel can be as simple as a traffic source, which in this case is Facebook, an opt-in page, and a thank you page. That can be it. But then obviously, as you can see here, we've got our email sequences that are following up with people, and they're sending them back to a page on how you can get results, calendar, and survey, and a call, and then you close them as a client. So as I mentioned previously, this thank you page really needs to have an offer on it. So if I was to redo this graphic, I would actually have another arrow going from this thank you page to the calendar page. Okay. So this thank you page would have an offer on it to get on a call, to watch a video, to watch a training, something else. Okay. Rich, no, it's not Trello, buddy. It's more like a, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's for mapping out funnels ultimately. Okay. So haven't used it in a long time actually. So that's an older picture that I designed a while ago. So landing pages should be simple yet powerful. And I'm going to show you an example of my landing pages on the next slide here. So 3 must-haves for a high converted landing page: a clear headline, so obviously instantly telling visitors what they'll get. Okay, a strong call to action, make it obvious and compelling. Email capture form, again obvious, some with capture details, and has to be simple. So your landing page shouldn't be confusing. In most cases, if you are using like a lead generation funnel, so you're not actually asking for any money at this point, then they've already sold on the thing that you're giving them. Whether or not they've clicked an ad or they've clicked a post or they've seen something and you've told them they will get this free thing, they're like 99% sold. You just now only make it easy for them to get. So when people create these landing pages that are quite long and people end up scrolling on them and like looking at things, it just adds confusion. And by scrolling, they're now like, okay, what was I here for again? So you need that. I'll show you an example of a really, really simple one in just a second here. So this is a one that we have. Some of you on this call might have even came in through this lead magnet, okay? I only just recently launched this lead magnet, probably within the past 30 days as like a test against some of our other lead funnels to see how it performed. So type in the chat what you think, what you think this type of landing page, why it works as a lead magnet, okay? Based on what I've just said, okay? So let me know your thoughts on it. And by the way, what you see on the screen, that is the whole page. That is it. Really, really simple. So Crystal, I'm just quickly reading your comment there about have a bounce rate of 69% and visitors may leave just after 10-20 seconds. I'd be surprised if visitors last 10 or 20 seconds these days, knowing the attention span of people. But yeah, so regarding this landing page, Stephen's put, it's simple and free, easy to access. Yep. Clear, look at Ultimate Desire, hits the pain, sparks interest to learn more. Yeah, so it's kind of like the language used on it as well. So as you see at the top, it's like, where should I send? Where should I send it? It's like, you were not saying like, hey, get access to this thing. It's just, you already want it. Where do you want it sent to? So it's like type of language like that used on it as well. A lot of the landing pages I build don't even have this bottom bit on it. Like it cuts off at the top of this line instead. So we have a couple of bullets on the left here. We have a nice graphic, something that's easy to see. And that's why I say like your front cover is the most important thing of your, if it's an ebook anyways, it's the most important thing, okay, or like a guide, because it's what they're reading, it's what's going to like attract them to get it. And obviously this is like a digital product, but yeah, it looks like it could be something real, something tangible that they could hold in their hands even. So again, just increasing the yes, I want that factor. And then a very short piece of text here that just helps them understand what they're going to get, the benefits of it, and what to do next. That's it. So name, email, send. That's it. That's as complex as it is. So make it actionable. The best lead magnets help people get a quick win, making them more likely to trust you and work with you. Okay. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, I wish I had this kind of step-by-step support and this done for you system in my coaching business that actually helps me launch my own funnels, that's exactly why I created CoachMatic in the first place. So CoachMatic is an all-in-one platform built specifically for online coaches to handle your funnels, your automations, your websites, your calendars, your CRMs, your sale pages, you name it, everything that you need for your coaching business. And the best part is you don't need to duct tape 5, 6, 7 different softwares together or hire a huge tech team just to help you get launched, just to help you build out your own online marketing systems, okay? So if you're ready to systemize your coaching business and generate more leads on autopilot, then head over to coachmatic.com coachmatic.app, okay? Click the link below this video either and check out everything that's included as a CoachMatic member, and you even get access to private masterclasses like this on a weekly basis as well. So head over to CoachMatic and start your 14-day trial today if you want to get up and running super fast. Now back to the video. So automating your lead follow-up, again, is so important because the money's made in the follow-up. I'm sure nearly everyone's heard of that saying. Nurture leads with an automated email sequence, which you all have access to inside of CoachMatic, and I will show you that in a little bit. So if you are creating an email sequence, it obviously has to just welcome them into your world, what benefits they're going to get from being in your world, provide some value, and of course, provide an offer. If we don't provide an offer, it's almost pointless. So people's attention spans now are so limited, and there's a lot of competition, which again is another thing. So if you're not providing an offer, somebody else is, and they're going to get the sale. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you with your current lead generation system? So I guess this is for those of you who, obviously, if you don't have one, you're going to be like a 1 or a none. But if you have them in place, and let me know anyone on here that has one in place and it's like just killing it. That, yeah, it's brilliant. It's really bringing in leads. I can trust this thing. Night and day, it's successful. Is there anybody on that? If there is, put a 10. Okay. If it's not, let me know whether or not you're a 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, whatever you are. 10 is great. 1 is not so great. So 20 is put a 4. That's cool. So no worries, Crystal. Get back to me next week when you've got one. So after then, it'll be a 10 for sure, or maybe it's a 9. All right, good. So thanks for that, guys. So let's have a little look at behind the scenes of our funnel here as well. Okay, so I've got a few pages open here. Let me know if you can see my screen still. So I've got actually this lead magnet page open. You can all see that, yeah? Perfect. So I just want to give you a live preview of it, really. So as you can see, that's it. That's as complex as it is. It's simple. And the structure of this page is important, okay? So ideally, when somebody lands on your landing page, you don't want them to have to scroll to put their details in. They should just be able to immediately see the form and just put their details in, whether or not they're on mobile or desktop. So that's why on mobile, for a lot of the things we set this up for you, there's very little text before the form. This could be it. And sometimes we even move this text below the form. It's an idea, because remember, people are already pretty much sold on the free thing. So just make it easy for them to get it. So, which is also why we're not asking for too much information here. Again, that's the other thing with this as well. So really simple. Another example, this is one of our other offers that, again, a lot of our CoachMatic members came into originally. It is still a lead magnet, but it's not the type of lead magnet that a lot of you think about. So as you can see, this we have an offer out on Facebook or running ads to, which is to get access to our free coaching website template. Okay, that's what we call the hook. Okay, we're trying to pull people in who want this template. And guess what? The template's built on CoachMatic. So that's like the other side of it. So again, it's an easy transition from, you want this template, we have this really awesome template for you, come join CoachMatic to get it. So that's like the transition. It's an easy next step. But this is the opt-in page. So again, I've tested a few different variations of this page, doing split testing. You'll even see I don't even have a header on this page. And the whole purpose for that is to keep everything as high up as possible so they don't have to scroll. And on the mobile, so they don't have to scroll. Again, on mobile, it's slightly different. Actually, we've got the form more over to the left. So again, we're just getting that information here. Really clear. This pretty much just replicates what the ad says. So they're not coming from an ad that talks about one thing, now suddenly it's something else, or like it's just not cohesive. Again, it's really cohesive. It's, they know what they're getting. Then, opt in for that as well. And we have another example here, similar. So we just don't have the form in this one. We have an image instead where they click here to get the form. So again, I tested having this method where they click to get the form versus this method. And again, this method worked better. So that's why this funnel has the form directly on it now. It doesn't have a button where they have to click to get access to it anymore. Okay, so, but again, that's like one of those things that you don't really know until you test and run split tests, which is a whole different thing for a different video. So that's kind of like some examples of the pages themselves. But what I also want to show you is like your follow-on email sequences. So for those of you who have came into my world, you probably get a lot of emails. So, but for those of you who are interested, this one that my mouse is on, the Lead Nurture Coaching Website Launch Guide. Okay, so there, like I said, we've only just recently launched this. I'm not driving a lot of traffic to it because it still didn't perform as well as this offer does in regards to cost per lead and conversions. So, but as you can see here, we have a full email sequence in place that, let me just see. Um, that's 20 days of follow-up in place. And then from there, people go on to another email sequence straight after that. So like my follow-up is completely automated now, unless people ask a question and then they come back to us. So yes, Crystal, you don't have access to this automation because this is specific for my offer, but you have access to a lead funnel. So for example, I'm in, I have all those emails for you. I'm sure, just get them in the system. So this is like a general, so every new member that joins CoachMatic gets pretty much this CoachMatic template here. So inside of the automations for your CoachMatic account, this is probably for each and every one of you, you'll find a folder that's called the Coaching Website Workflows. And inside here, you have 3 automations already set up. Most of you will just need lead magnet number 1 because that's tied to the lead magnet number 1 funnel, okay? Everything's pre-done again. So inside here, you'll find you've got your trigger, which is when people fill in the form to get access to it. You've got the tag. And then here, for example, email number 1 delivery. It's got all of your copy done for you. So here's your free your coaching website template, free coaching website blueprint. And then here, you're simply just coming in and updating the actual copy, the benefits. You know, we have full training on this, guys, inside of the CoachMatic community. If you just go into the community, go to learning, and we have a training on the lead magnet funnel setup. It shows you exactly how to launch all of this stuff. But yes, this here is, let's say, a full 8-part email sequence, okay? We need to clone that sequence for each lead magnet. No, Crystal, you don't need a clone for each lead magnet, okay? So that's why I have 3 in here. So we have lead magnet 1, 2, and 3, and each one of those 3 nurture sequences coincides with, if you come to sites, you've then got lead magnet funnels here. It coincides with these 3 lead magnet funnels, okay? So if you have 1 lead magnet, you only need to do lead magnet number 1, only this funnel, everything with the number 1 next to it. If you have the second one, you do the one with number 2, number 3, so on. Each one of these has a unique form, which is linked to the automation as well. Again, all the trainings for you in the community area. And for those of you who are helping build out this as well, again, you don't have to worry about that type of stuff. So I just want to give you an idea of like how our lead nurture sequence goes. It's very, very, very much automated. And some of these emails are asking questions. They're trying to get people to engage as well. It's not just like a link to buy now. It's like, hey, what's holding you back? What's stopping you? How's your day going? Getting people to engage with us as well, which is really, really important. Right, so back to it. So this, I want to give you guys a little just kind of sneak peek into the actual funnel for CoachMatic. So I said I was going to give you a little behind the scenes of it. So this lead magnet into the CoachMatic offer funnel right now is what we kind of showed you. So the front page is this. So when people put their name and email address here, click yes, send me the access. They're then taken to this page here, which I'll just open up for you. I'll close down these other ones as well. So we have a page here, and it's pretty much a great job. You'll receive an email within the next 5 minutes with a link to get the free guide. Whilst you wait, watch the video below to see our templated coach website that you can swipe for free today. So it's like, yep, we're still talking about the coaching website template here. They can watch the video, and then after, again, it's actually hidden, but below this, there's actually a checkout form, okay? But I have a special timer on the page that hides it for, I think, 5 minutes or so. So whilst they're watching the video, the timer's hidden. And then once the video gets through a certain time, it actually shows all of those hidden parts on the page there as well. So, yeah, so that's like a cool little feature that you can use with countdown timers inside the CoachMatic as well. But the idea is it's an easy next step for them. It's like, okay, that we're pretty much said is this lead magnet will arrive straight away. Okay, unless I have a timer on it to say don't send it for 5 minutes. But I'm pretty much saying them, whilst you wait for that, just check out this quick video. okay, on how you can get access to this template. And because they've already opted in for the free blueprint on creating a website, then this is a logical next step. Okay, you got a blueprint. Why not just get this cool template that does it all for you anyways? It's really, really simple to implement. So easy next step. Then after that, we have our checkout systems. We've got upsells, downsells, onboarding calls, all that stuff built into the funnel as well. So it's literally taking a brand new lead and taking them all the way through to the end. Okay, cool. So that's just a quick behind the scenes. I want to give you, where's my presentation gone? There you are. So I don't want to record. Present. Let's go back to that. Yep. So that's that done. So now that I've kind of given you a quick idea of that, again, I've showed you where each and every one of you can go access your own lead magnet funnel. Just a quick look at some of the ads on this side as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, right, thanks everyone that has attended. Need to jump off. That's totally fine. So as I mentioned here, from an ad perspective, that's how I generate my automatic traffic. Okay, and I will go into the math behind this in a little bit, because some of you might be thinking, well, look, I don't have money to invest in the ads. I don't have thousands of dollars every month to give to ads, which is fine. And I'm going to show you something, because I didn't when I first got started either. Okay, so a winning ad has to have these three components. Okay, a hook, which is which is like what's grabbing their attention. What's going to stop them in their tracks on social media? The value, why it matters, and a simple call to action, obviously there as well. Okay, and then after this, here's an example of our ad. So as you can see, we've got a nice kind of image. This image on the right here has been tested against loads of other images. And it's so weird, because what you think is going to be the winner is often not that one. Like I look at this and go, why is this ad the winner? Right? Yes, it's got a really clear headline at the top, the 22-page coaching website giveaway, limited time offer, get yours now, things on there. But for some reason, this picture in the middle is the one that works the best. So this guy with his thumbs up, that's tested against lots of other variations there as well. From the creative perspective, the very first line here at the top is what people generally see on the ad. The rest of this underneath is hidden until they click show more. So this here is a part of like the hook, okay? And when you're testing ads, you generally test the first line. That's one of those variables that you test a lot, because that's, again, going to determine whether or not somebody clicks show more and reads more. Then, of course, we've got the offer at the bottom. Click the learn more button below to go get access to it, pretty much. So really clear and simple. Another couple of examples here. Again, we've got, get the coaches client attraction launch checklist. This was another one that I used to run a while ago when before CoachMatic was even a thing, and I just had our agency. Another one. And again, this was another one that we worked with somebody who had a podcast at one point, and this is the one that he used there. So Podcast Now, the ultimate guide for coaches and experts to get started with your own podcast. So quite clear. The one on the right for me kind of outperforms because it's so clear and easy, and you can just see what it is straight away without kind of any confusion on there whatsoever. Again, we'll dive more into ads another day. So as long as the ad is more eye-catching, the creative eye-catching, it's got simple copy that demonstrates the results they will get from downloading it. It pretty much the audience as well. You tell Facebook who are the people most likely you want your lead magnet to be presented to, and you just test, and test. Okay, so, but that's from an ads point of view. But again, if any of you are interested in launching ads, we will do have another training and all that another day as well. So for those of you, I mean, you can just ask yourself this question, okay? What would having 10 or 20 new leads daily mean to you? So you're 20 new leads every single day. You woke up in the morning and you suddenly had 20 new leads coming into your business every single day. Okay, so that would, over a month, that you would close a lot more clients. And that's the kind of truth about it. There would be a lot more money coming into your business, a lot more attention, audience. And the other thing that people forget about with lead generation is, yes, some of them will convert straight away. Like within 30 days, some of them will convert. But some others require nurturing. They're the ones that require, let's say, within 30 to 40 days, maybe as long as 2 months, 3 months, 4 months that they're there. But now they know about you. They know that you have the answer to the problem, pretty much. So again, you don't need a huge budget to get started. So here's a couple of examples. So if you are interested in running ads and paying money to drive traffic, then here's an example. Okay, so imagine if you generate 500 leads, that costs you $4 per lead. Okay, $2,000 in ad spend. Again, probably out of a lot of people's budget right now. So, but understand the math. If you can understand the maths, then that's the thing, okay? So if you then convert out of those 500 leads, 5% into a booked call, then that's 25 people you're speaking to. If you close 20% into a client, you've got 5 new clients. And if you're charging $2,000, you've made $10,000 in revenue, minus the cost of acquisition, which is $2,000, it's now $8,000 in profit. That is a system. You know, on average, if I spend $2,000 in ad spend, it costs me $4 per lead. I'm going to get 500 leads. On average, I convert 5% into calls, 20% into a customer. So on average, I make this much based on this much investment into ads. Okay, again, you can do the same thing with organic marketing though. So let's just say you're doing 50 DMs a day. Okay, so if we're hustling on social media, yes, 50 DMs every single day. Okay, out of every day I send 50 DMs, I get 5 booked calls, and then out of those 5 booked calls, I close one, and it's worth this much money. Okay, if only those numbers were true. More like you get 20 people telling you where to go, and like, go away, I don't want to hear from you, type of thing. So, but the math is true either way. So just another quick example on this next slide here. So again, we're not spending as much money this time. If we're generating 100 leads, okay, at $4 per lead, it's $400 in ad spend, still 5% book a call, still 20% close rate, one client, one new client at $2,000, and you've spent $400 in ad spend, you're now got a profit of $1,600. Okay, again, even if it costs you, even if you've spent $1,000 in ad spend, right, and you've made one sale at $2,000, you've now got a whole bunch of leads, you've now got a system that you can scale, and you've now got profit in your business. Whereas before, no leads, no system. And I just want to be aware, because again, when I first got started doing this, I didn't have $2,000 to spend in a month. No way did I have that type of money, okay? $400 would have been a stretch back then. But the thing is though, and on this next slide here, it doesn't matter if you can't spend that $400 per month. But what matters is you actually invest what you can to start generating leads. Because whether or not, let's just say $400 is the magic number to get one client. Let's just say, okay, and that client is worth $2,000 to you. Whether or not, it might take you 2 months to spend $400 instead. So again, two months at $200 instead still means that you've generated 100 leads and you've still got one client. But now you have a system that is scalable, that you understand the math behind it, that you trust it, and you say, okay, wow, okay, if I spend this, I generate this many leads, and on average, I close this many people. Cool. I can scale this. This is a business now. I'm excited. I'm not just crossing my fingers and crossing everything else on my body and hoping it works. It's like, yeah, we have a real system in place. So again, once you have a system in place, this is the beauty about it. You know, $5,000 per month becomes achievable, because all you need to do is think, well, if these are my conversion rates, I wonder if I spend $1,000 now instead of 400. I wonder if I spend 2,000, how many clients will I make then? So on and so on. Okay, so again, $10,000 per month, 20,000 becomes achievable, so on. So you can't afford to keep doing what you're currently doing if you don't have a system in place. Because if you are serious about growing a business, and business requires some type of investment, most people, they're investing their time, their energy, their efforts, their and you know, everything else apart from money, pretty much. So, but if that's you, then that's you. But for those of you who can and want to implement, like, say, systems that are proven, then this is what today's training is all about, really. So, if you know it's possible to hit $10,000 per month, then again, each month that you don't hit it, you're kind of losing it ultimately. Okay. So if you think back to how much it's already cost you in your business by not having a system in place, even if, let's say, 2 years ago, you were like, I should have a system in place. I know I need this, but you didn't do it, and you're still not doing it, or you are looking to take action now, which is great. So every month you don't have some type of system that's bringing in predictable leads, predictable calls, predictable clients. Again, you are kind of losing that money. And I always love to say, and I don't know if Albert Einstein actually said this, but he always gets the credit. I heard somebody say it once, he didn't even say it, some other guy. So anyways, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but of course, expecting different results. Crystal, did you just type it in at the same time? I don't know if you were typed that in or not whilst I put it on there, but you did. Cool, good. So anyways, next steps and action plan. So these are kind of steps for you guys now. So obviously choose your lead magnet, decide what it's going to be, whether or not it's a PDF, quiz, training. I'd probably say keep it dead simple. PDF, checklist, something that's still perceived as high value, but easy for you to create, and don't get lost in the creation of it. That lead magnet I showed you before there, which was the coach's website blueprint, that was literally a nice looking page, but then it was just content after that. There wasn't, let's say, like loads of cool graphics, loads of images. I didn't spend hundreds of dollars on getting a graphics designer to make it look like the best thing ever created. I didn't. Literally, it was a simple text document. That was it. Because again, I know truly that most people won't they won't even look at it. It sounds awful, but it won't. And it's that next step why it's so important. So step number 2 is setting up that simple funnel, as I mentioned. For those of you who were helping do that, that's cool. For those of you who were not physically like hands-on with and you want to go do it yourself, you've got the funnel in your account already. You've already got access to the training resources in the CoachMatic community as well, with which includes the landing pages, the forms, and the follow-up all in there for you as well. And the calendars even to book a call with you. So it's all there. And of course, step number 3 is automate email sequences and ads if you can afford it. But if you can't afford ads, think about the content that you are creating and try to focus a bit more heavily on evergreen content as well as non-evergreen content. By that, I just mean like posting. Most people focus too heavily on just posting and forget about the evergreen, whereas you want to have a combination of the two, in my opinion. So let me have a quick know in the chat. I know we've lost a few people throughout there, which is fine. So let me know what your biggest takeaway from today's session is. We've went longer than I expected it being, so I'm hoping next time's is a bit shorter. Here's me wishful thinking it was like be 45 minutes tops. Never mind. So what's your biggest takeaway for the day? All right, and then we'll open up for a little Q&A session. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks very much, buddy. Yeah, Stephen's biggest takeaway is got to get into CoachMatic and do the work. Need a good lead magnet. Yep. Have to run. See you later, Crystal. Yep. Cecilia, create an offer page after lead magnet. Yep. Just get it done. I love that mentality, Crystal. 100%. Yep. Just need to get it done. That's for sure. Right. So whilst other people are kind of typing in there, I'm just going to end the presentation here and open up. If anyone has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and go if you have any questions. Okay. And I'll try my best. Let me stop sharing my screen. And there we go. So, hey, Ali.
Hey, so my question is about the evergreen content. Like, is there a way to create evergreen content that is then scheduled on Facebook that, like, where does it go? How do you get that out there?
So evergreen content, I would actually say if you're thinking more about evergreen content, avoid Facebook. Okay, you've got
Oh,
to think about
okay.
more like searchable content, which is based on
Hmm.
like Google, YouTube, podcasts, these type of things that it's
Okay.
always there and it's easy accessible. So like those people that have podcasts, when people start listening to a podcast, they normally go back and listen to the first episode and try and catch up. So they're like consuming
Mm-hmm.
it all. Or on YouTube, again, you want to create content that it's YouTube content is found in Google search and other search engines as well. So it's there, it's always there to be found. So that means if you create one piece of content, it's there forever. Whereas on your social accounts, as you know, most
Hmm.
people aren't
Okay.
scrolling back through your posts and having a look at what you've
Right.
done. It's like if something hits them that day, like, oh, interested, which is why you have
Okay.
to be constantly creating new content and hustling on social media. So do
Hmm.
a bit of both, and I think that's the winner. You can normally always turn, let's say, you do a social post, the idea, the concept into some type of evergreen content, like a video or a podcast, on the likes of YouTube or podcast things as well.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, make sure you take action and get started on this. And if you do need help, feel free to reach out. All right. Oh yeah, Portia, no worries. You have a question? I'm still here. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask or just drop. Hi,
Okay. Hi. My question is, what's your take on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. Well, LinkedIn, I'm not big LinkedIn lover. That's my take on it. But that doesn't mean
Okay.
it doesn't work. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't work. All right. I'm not one of those people that is like that. So LinkedIn, obviously, if you think about it, there's absolutely millions of coaches on LinkedIn, but I'm not on LinkedIn because I'm a believer in you've got to be on the platforms that you kind of enjoy being on and that you know how to use and you can leverage easily.
Hmm.
LinkedIn
Yeah.
for me, I haven't got a clue, really. Like,
Okay.
and because I'm so anti-post, I'm not the type of person that likes to send DMs. I'm not like the person that likes to create never-ending content every single day. But the only other option on LinkedIn is to really run LinkedIn ads, which I've never ever done before. Now I have no idea how to do it. All I know is LinkedIn ads are very expensive in comparison to other ads platforms. That's all I know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
most of the mentors that I've had have always been driven around, meta ads, which is like Facebook and Instagram and Google and as well, like that, and TikTok as well. Like that's obviously newer as well. So those ad platforms are more what I'm focused more on at the moment.
Okay.
But there's a lot of LinkedIn strategies that people where like, you're connecting, sending connection requests, sending DMs, trying to make connections, which again is totally fine. It's totally cool. It's another version of the hustle for me though. Okay.
Okay.
But if you need to do it, that's one thing. If you need to do it, just do it. There's no harm in growing your audience and making new connections. No harm in it.
Yeah, that's my intention. It's just an additional way for exposure, right? And
100%.
connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if
Okay,
like
perfect.
for me, I don't have enough time in the day anymore to do those things. So, but again, that's thanks to ads. But if I had built a business on the hustle, I wouldn't be able to sustain it anymore unless I brought a team in to help me do the hustle. Whereas with ads, all I have to do is leave the ads running in the back end and check in on, like spend 20 minutes a day looking at them and checking the data and making sure that everything's working.
Okay.
So it's
Sounds
like,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
No worries, no worries. So if you found this masterclass helpful, imagine what it's like to have an entire funnel done for you right to launch inside your own account in just minutes. And that's exactly why we created CoachMatic, to give you the systems, the templates, automations, and the support that you need to grow your coaching business with confidence. So don't just watch this, take action today. Head over to coachmatic.app and join us to help you grow and scale your coaching business. So I'll see you over there.